good morning. Welcome if you will be just joining us because we've just gone on air. We are RC Racing TV and we are bringing you live and hopefully uninterrupted coverage of the EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Track Euros from Trenčín in Slovakia. Also bringing you the coverage in conjunction with Hobbywing and with Monaco RC. We are just getting set for the first race action of the day, which will be the second leg of the front-wheel drive A final. One round of finals held last night. A bit of a story there. There's been some concerns, particularly in the modified class, about tyre integrity, certainly in higher temperatures. Forecast for today is very, very hot, so decision was made to run around finals yesterday. Try and keep the time that we're running in extremely high temperatures to a minimum. So we're going to be looking at this round of finals. There'll be about a 20-minute break, then the second leg of finals. So we will be finished for sometime around 12 o'clock CET on the track. 11 o'clock if anybody's watching in the UK, 11 a.m. We'll then have the trophy ceremony, trophy presentation, which should take us through to around 1 o'clock. So we'll try and be on air for all of that and streaming for the entirety of that. So just drivers' announcements being called up onto the drivers' rostrum at the moment. And Bjorn Holland calling all of the drivers through and up, announcing their sponsors. Then we will be ready. Stefan Schultz winning the first leg of this class yesterday. This is a European Cup rather than a European Championship for the front-wheel drive class. First time it's run, so this is not an official EFRA title. There's sort of historical precedent for this. Initially, when touring cars first ran, was as an ISTC Cup. Way back in 1998. And victory taken by our very own David Spashit back then. Stefan Schultz just being called up onto the driver's stand as TQ man. So Stefan Schultz and Max Mackler, the two drivers who they have demonstrated a bit of a pace advantage over everybody over the course of the weekend. Certainly over 5 minutes. Pavel Stazowski looked like he had good speed over an individual lap, but struggling a little bit over the course of a run. Just seen actually Max Mackler put his car on the warm-up lap onto the grass.
Don't forget, guys, at the 30 seconds mark, the car has to stand on the grid on your starting position.
Cars just forming up on the grid. So welcome to you if you are just joining us here for coverage of the EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Touring Car European Championships, also in conjunction with Hobbywing and with Monaco RC. Stefan Schultz getting set to lead away from pole position. Max Mackler getting ready to give chase. These front-wheel drive cars, as they come off the line, experiencing not traction issues, but they do tend to have quite a bit of wheel spin as they come away off of the line. So there we go, there's that distinctive wheel spin of the front wheel drive class, and Stefan Schultz leading away from Max Mackler. Pavel Stazowski running in third position and trying to get a bit of a run on Max. Not the first time these guys have been out on track this morning. They have had a practice session already. Through the carousel, down across the timing loop. Stefan Schultz still leading this one from Max Mackler. Pavel Stazowski trying to hang on and run with them. Been able to do it typically for the first minute or so, but then has started falling away slightly. Stefan Schultz having won the first leg yesterday. If he can take this, he will seal the Euro Cup. So we've had a mistake from Stazowski, has dropped him out of third place. We're still watching the lead battle going on. We had a slightly sideways moment from Stefan Schultz running a little bit deep. It's allowed Max to close in very, very slightly on him. So fixed timing on these motors, 17.5 turns, fixed timing, fixed gearing. Very, very close in performance. Let's have a look at lap times. 21.7 for Schultz, 21.7 for Max. These guys making a break for it out at the front of the field. Those two, the only drivers going sub 22 that time round. They've been the class of the field over 5 minutes all weekend. Max looking like he's very, very slightly closing in. With 2 minutes 50 remaining in this final, so more than half of the distance still to go. Max is still pushing, trying to catch Stefan Schultz. Stefan driving the white car in the front of your shot. Max driving the orange and white car. Closes in very slightly as they go through the sweep. Max knows that he needs to stop Stefan winning this if he's to have any chance going into the third leg. Max throwing everything at this. What was the lap times last time out? Stefan 21.6, Max 21.5. He's taken a tenth out of him. And Max pushing incredibly hard, throwing caution to the wind as we come in towards the 2 minute remaining mark in this final. Still this lead battle going on. Third place currently occupied by Soren Sparbeer. There's some slow moving cars round the sweeper. They are getting out of the way. They've passed, so Stefan's passed, Max is also passed. Lead battle safely negotiated. The traffic out there still going on. Stefan looks to have pegged the gap. What was it last time? 21.6 for the pair of them. 1 minute 30 to go. It's a big ask for Max to close that gap, catch Stefan and do something with it. I think he's going to be relying on a mistake from Stefan Schultz. They're unlikely to catch any more traffic now in front of them unless anybody makes a mistake. What do we got? 21.6 from the pair of them. Again, these two, the only drivers going sub 22 out on circuit. 1 minute remaining. Stefan Schultz still leading. Max Mackler is throwing everything at this, but seemingly cannot catch Stefan. And if he catches him, that's one thing. Passing him's another. Maybe slightly closer that time. a tenth. 21.8 for Stefan, 21.7 for Max. Down the back straight through the kink once more. Flowing nicely, Max rattling the curbs again. There was a little bit of an over-rotation from Stefan there, but not too costly. What have we got into the final 30 seconds now? Stefan Schultz still leading this one, doing everything he needs to do to seal this Euro Cup. Stefan leading this one by about 0.8 of a second now. 11 seconds, so this is going to be their final lap. They start what's going to be their last lap. Driver's painfully aware of that. Stefan has got enough of a gap. He just needs to bring this home. No catching and passing him for Max now, so Stefan just needs to keep it out of the barriers. He successfully negotiated the curb. He's coming up to the carousel now. Round the carousel. Stefan Schultz sets to cross the line and crosses the line to take the title. Max Mackler in second position. Soren Sparbeer third. Let's just get an update with the overall rankings. We know now that Stefan Schultz has taken that overall. Max Mackler currently sitting in second place, and we've got Soren Sparbeer and Pavel Stazowski with a second and a third position.
Thank you.
2 minutes until the start of this D final. So drivers taking part in this D final. We Julian Jost, Jaume Pertegaz, Franny Van Skoric, Zelko Selman, Ivan Magia, William Bulow, Greg Allen, Katarina Vazikova, Laszlo Kis-Orban, Vilma Gustafsson and Panos Koutsaroukis. Warm-up laps just taking place. Welcome to you on this Sunday morning. If you are just joining our coverage here on RC Racing TV, whether you are joining us on Facebook or YouTube or via Red RC, this is the EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Touring Car European Championships. Also brought to you in conjunction with Hobbywing and Monaco RC. This is the 13.5 stock touring class. The speed controller's running what is termed Blinky. That's a fixed timing profile out there. So everybody should be very, very similar in terms of motor performance and speed controller output. Julian Jost set to lead away.
Just in a few seconds. Thank you, Marshall. All marshals there. We're going racing.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Off and away.
Julian Jost navigates the first corner successfully. Pertegaz following him through. We've had a little bit of an incident further down. So car number 5 has come through. That is the car of Ivan Magia, has popped out in third position. We're running at the moment with the second place car of Jaume Pertegaz, the Spanish driver, and he's just made a mistake as well. So leader is well away, Julian Jost. Streaking into the distance from car number 5, Ivan Magia running in second place. Pertegaz recovers into third position, but there's a gaggle of cars running in sort of third, fourth, fifth, just going around the sweeper that we're seeing on the shot there. That is the third place man of Jaume Pertegaz that we are running with. The white fronted, yellow centre, black rear car. as he sweeps round onto the main straight. He's had some good pace. Let's see if he can drive up to the back of Ivan Magyar. Julian Jost taking the leg 1 win yesterday. But Julian well away out in the front of this one. We are watching this battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th. Pertikaš, William Bulow and Fran Ivan Skoric. Just seeing in the back of shot, Skoric trying to make a move on Bulow. Greg Allen sticking his nose in there as well somewhere. So this is 4 cars battling over 3rd position. And Skoric makes his way up into 4th. That's the outcome of that. So a little bit of a hesitation and a mistake from Bulow. Running with the yellow car now of Skoric. Fran Ivan Skoric running in 4th position currently, trying to get 3rd place off of Jean Pertikaš. Down the main straight, he's challenging. Oh, and Pertikaš makes a mistake, throws it off right, well, tucking in off of the kink. Too much curb. So that's 3rd place resolved. And Julian Jost has also had an off. So Ivan Magyar leads. Julian Jost is 2nd, and he is immediately in front of Fran Ivan Skoric, who we're running with. So mistake from the leader. We're now watching the battle for 2nd place. Ivan Magyar has gone in front. He is leading by, let's have a look. His lead around 3 seconds. 1.5 minutes of this final remaining. Julian Jost trying to pull away from Skoric. Skoric having the look. Oh, and turns him around. So Skoric waits as they go around, picks it back up again. So good driving there from Skoric. He didn't really even need the call from the ref. He just pulled away and got to a safe place on circuit to let Julian Jost back through. That is great news for Ivan Magyar though. Ivan Magyar from 5th on the grid, looking set with about 50 seconds of this final remaining. Ivan Magyar just coming across the loop now. We're going round across the loop. Julian Jost, the white, blue and red car. Fran Ivan Skoric, the all-yellow coloured car, as they go around the sweeper one more time. This the battle for 2nd and 3rd position. There's already been a little bit of contact between them. Skoric looks like he's got some very good speed at the end of the main straight. Slightly taller gearing, possibly. Just keeps gaining all the way through. Where are we now? 18 seconds. Is this going to be their last lap? I believe it will be, yes. So battle for the lead going down. Look at the speed that Skoric has got. Can't quite make it through as he heads down. This is it, last lap lunge. Is he going to make it? Dives for the line, doesn't quite make it. Ivan Magyar, he's on his, well, he'd already made it across the line, so he's on a victory lap, as you were. Let's just have a look at this as they cross the line, and Skoric pitches it into the corner, absolutely sends it. That wasn't just sent, that was first class special delivery, pre-9 a.m. He just cranked it into the corner and, yeah, completely sideways. But Julian Jost ending up in 2nd position there. So Julian, that's still a pretty decent save from him, to be honest, with a win and a 2nd. The only other person that's won a final starting from 5th on the grid. Ooh, C final next. But that went a bit frantic. Welcome to you if you are just joining us here on the RCTV coverage of the EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Track Euros for 2022. bringing you the coverage in conjunction with Tony Sport, and also like to thank Hobbywing and Monaco RC for helping us to bring you this coverage.
Indeed, this is the EFRA Tony Sport Euros, and it's fantastic to be here at the Hoodie Arena. Thanks to everyone that's watching along live on many places. RC Racing TV, you might be watching on EFRA, and you might be joining us from Red RC, which is fantastic as well. Pennine Raceway are giving 4 big thumbs up to Greg Allen. AU Rabbit saying hi all, and Rob Lilly saying great commentary. Really enjoyed watching. Well,
okay, that's well.
Continue to watch. Don't go anywhere.
Rob's my brother, so he might be a bit biased. So. Possibly, but good morning, Rob. Yes, nice to see you. Okay, see you watching already. What have we got? This is the warm-up for the C-final? C-final. Second leg of the C-final going out. Cars forming up on the grid. So we've got Jaroslav Kritz off from pole position. Casper Morgan starting second. Kevin Sparbeer third. In terms of results, let's just have a look at where they ended up. So Jaroslav Kritz took the first leg yesterday from pole position. So Jaroslav Kritz, the candy floss pink coloured body shell.
Number 4, please. Push back. Put the car back, please. Old car number 5. Come on.
Okay, a couple of cars just being a little bit optimistic in terms of their starting positions. No reverse on these cars. So needing the assistance of marshals to push them back into position.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
So Jaroslav Kritz getting away at the front of the field successfully there from Casper Morgan. Sparbeer in close attendance too. There's flick through the chicane for the first time. Sparbeer looking like he wants his way past Morgan. As they go round, he's all over the back of him. So that battle for second raging as they flick through the kink. So mistake there from Casper Morgan. Sparbeer up into second position. Sparbeer now trying to chase down the car of Jaroslav Kritz. Sparbeer, the car on shot now. The white front, yellow centre, or green and yellow centre, blue rear. Kevin Sparbeer trying to catch Jaroslav Kritz. Jaroslav Kritz having taken this first leg yesterday. Let's have a look at lap times. There was a 19.8 for Kritz. There was a 19.7 for Sparbeer. Very slightly quicker for Kevin. But Kevin can't really afford to make a mistake out there because he's got a slightly recovering Casper Morgan closing in on him, and Julius Schaefer chasing down Casper. So 3 cars pretty much all together for second place, and that chain trying to close in on Jaroslav Kritz. 1.5 minutes down already. Back down the main straight through the kink. Jaroslav seems to have pegged the gap at the moment. We're running with the second of these 4 cars. Just watching, you can see all 4 cars in the shot. The pink car is the leader, Jaroslav Kritz. Kevin Sparbeer running in second place. Casper Morgan, the yellow car, in third position. Julius Schaefer, the yellow car, in fourth position. Casper Morgan with flashes of white down the bonnet. Looks mainly yellow on the stream. Heading around the sweeper one more time. That's a great run from Schaefer, actually, and nearly makes it through on Morgan. So looking for a battle for third position. Meanwhile, Sparbeer is almost with Kritz at the front. Gap very close, and we've just seen a move from that was Julius Schaefer putting a pass on Casper Morgan for third position, and those two battling it out. little bit, they didn't actually touch each other. I think there was a sympathy wiggle there from Casper Morgan as they exited the chicane. He thought that Julius Schaefer was going to door handle him, and he didn't. Bit of a mistake there. Heading into the carousel from Julius Schaefer. This battle going on out front. The Candy Floss pink car of Jaroslav Kritz being chased down by Kevin Sparbeer. Sparbeer desperately trying to catch. 3/10 quicker on the last lap. Jaroslav Kritz will take the overall win for this C final if he can win this leg, if he can just hang on. Kevin Sparbeer going to be doing everything he can to stop him. Right on his boot lid now as they head through out onto the main straight round that long winding curve. Fully straighten the steering wheel, open up the throttle, flat out through the kink. Hit the brakes when you reach somewhere between grid spot 1 and 2. They're through the carousel, across the line one more time. Back now down through the chicane into the final minute. Jaroslav Kritz doing everything he needs at the moment. Kevin Sparbeer follows him out round onto the main straight once more. Lap times last time round, it was a 19.5 for Kritz. It was a 19.6 for Sparbeer. Sparbeer tighter through the carousel. Into 30 seconds now. He's right on him. Sparbeer looking for a move that you can't be too risky with that because Julius Schaefer's just hanging back. Julius Schaefer's made a break for it in third. So Jaroslav Kritz can't be too defensive. There's a bit of traffic. Julius crossing the line, and Julius has now caught Kevin Sparbeer. No, Sparbeer now having a go. This is the final lap that they're on. Not going to make it through for another. Round the sweep, around the carousel. 3-car battle for the lead. Schaefer's spun. Kritz has made a mistake right at the death. So Kritz makes a mistake on the exit of the carousel. Kevin Sparbeer takes that. Jaroslav Kritz led for 4 minutes 58 seconds of that fight. Well, longer than that. He led for more than 5 minutes. It was the split lap. So Kevin Sparbeer takes that right at the death from Jaroslav Kritz. He had it in his hand. He had it in his pocket. And a 21-second last lap there from Jaroslav Kritz. Very, very costly right at the end for him. Just watching that now. So let's just have a look what happened. So, okay, on the entry to the carousel, Jaroslav Kritz took a little bit too much curb. He was kind of defending thin air a little bit and ran over the curb, over the bot dot, and straight onto his roof, back onto his wheels. Dropped him down the field a little bit, but welcome to you if you are just joining our commentary this morning. This is the EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Touring Car European Championships, also brought to you in conjunction with Hobbywing and with Monaco RC.
AU Rabbit's asking, what chassis are these guys running? They are very quick.
They are, so they're 1/10 touring car chassis. You think these are quick, wait for the modified cars. So these are a 4-wheel drive, typically belt driven, spool, so solid axle in the front, gear differential in the back, independent suspension on each corner. A variety of different manufacturers out there as well. There's, what have we got? We've got Yokomo, we've got Mugen, we've got Automatics, we've got X-Ray. Trying to think anything that there's some Schumacher cars out there. There's trying to think anything else that might be in attendance, but there's a variety of different manufacturers out there. Just having a look for this. So Pavel Stazowski taking the win in the first leg yesterday from second on the grid. Marcus von Elling leads away with the white and green coloured car. Just having a look at Pavel Stazowski's car, the all yellow coloured car. He was the winner yesterday. Luis Moreno in third position, the white and pink coloured car. Through the carousel and out across the timing loop, back through the chicane. Staszowski looking like he is a little bit slower through the chicane than Marcus von Elling. Lead battle still going on. Von Elling a little bit sideways as he went through out onto the main straight. We're running with the car of Luis Moreno, the white, blue and pink coloured car, in third position. Oh, he's just made a small mistake. That's let Enrico Jung up into third position. Enrico Jung, the flat yellow coloured car. It's all going very, very wrong for Luis Moreno. Just seeing dropping him back down the field. So it's 1 from 2 from 5, the current running order. And oh, a mistake out in front from Marcus Elling. Marcus von Elling makes a mistake out in front, so Pavel Staszowski now leads. Remember, he won the first leg of this final yesterday. Winning this would give him the overall win. We've only seen one driver so far convert the overall. That was Stefan Schultz earlier in front-wheel drive. We've got a prone car just under the driver's rostrum. That's cleared way before these guys get here. Pavel Staszowski leading from Enrico Jung. Pavel running the fluoro yellow car. Enrico running the flat yellow coloured car as they head off down the main straight through the kink. This the battle for the lead. Pavel Staszowski will win the B final overall if he can take this. Marcus von Elling is going to be a little bit gutted if he can't get back there. I mean, qualifying BQ is not good anyway, but then to not win that final when you've qualified on pole for it, that's even worse. Just watching. Still Pavel Staszowski leading this one from Enrico Jung. Polish driver Staszowski versus German driver Enrico Jung. Jung having a look through the carousel. He's a little bit tighter. He's up on the curb as they cross the line. Jung looking a little bit quicker off the chicane as they're heading around onto the main straight. He's desperately hanging on, a little bit slower out onto the main straight. Then he was almost too close. Got a little bit checked up. As we're going through now round the carousel again, back across the start-finish line. Staszowski he put about a tenth into Jung that time. Jung had a slightly slower lap. 1 minute 30 left. Staszowski currently leading. Remember, a win for Staszowski will give him the overall. Enrico Jung right on him. Thrilling battle for the lead going on here as they head back out onto the main straight. Jung up on two wheels as he went round the inside of the curb. He is absolutely desperate. He knows someone needs to put a pass on. That was very, very close. Enrico Jung all over the back of Staszowski like a rash. Head round. He looks like, has he got to run up the inside? Nearly. Down the straight. Inside on the kink. No, not quite. Very wide car. Oh, a little bit of contact between them. Backs out of it. Good driving there from Jung. 40 seconds left. That's going to feel like a very long 40 seconds for Staszowski, and Staszowski makes a mistake over the curb on the inside. So Enrico Jung forced Staszowski to defend. That's dropped Staszowski right down the field. I think we've got a replay of that. Let's just have a look. So Enrico Jung took a slightly wider line in, carried more speed and went to the outside. And he forced Staszowski into a defensive move. He took more curb than you normally would there, and it just flicked the car up on two wheels and up onto its roof. So Enrico Jung leading this one. Marcus von Elling back up into second position. Let's have a look. Von Elling has finished. So Jung made it through by about 4/10 of a second just to get into that second, to take that second final. Enrico Jung taking that slightly all-action final from Marcus von Elling. In the end, Pavel Stazowski ending up down in 5th place come the end. So,
So, ladies and gentlemen, main number 2 for the stock drivers racing for the official Stock European Championship. 10th qualifier, starting 10th on the grid, entering from Denmark. Racing X-Ray chassis, is sponsored by X-Ray, Hoodie, P-Hop, and LRP. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Patrick Fullerman. Ninth fastest qualifier, racing an X-Ray X4 chassis, sponsored by Gene Says, Hoodie, and Monte. From Germany, Mr. David Ehrbar. 8th fastest stock driver, entering from Germany. He's driving an X-Ray chassis.
So as you can see on the stream, the driver announcement is happening. All the drivers are being introduced. Lots of X-Ray shirts there, taking their place at the front of the driver's stand as their names are called by Björn, the fantastic track announcer, which frequently we work with at the Hoodie Arena and other RC venues. Always great to work with Björn. A great host he is for the event. You're watching the EFRA Tony Sport EFRA 1/10th Electric Track European Championships 2022. Today there will be 3 European champions declared and 1 EFRA Cup champion in front wheel. We also have the modified, which is obviously hotly contested right now.
Absolutely. Well, we've already crowned Stefan Schultz in front wheel drive this morning. So
and he is a EFRA Cup,
EFRA Euro Cup
champion, which is fantastic for him. And then we have 3 European EFRA champions to crown as well.
Absolutely. So the first person going for the title will be Alex Deshay. He won the first leg of the final yesterday. Starts from pole position. So if Alex wins this final, he'll have 2 zeros, best 2 from 3 to count in 3-legged finals. 3-legged finals refers to obviously 3 individual finals, not being tied to the person next to you, just to clear that one up. So yeah, if Alex wins this, he'll have a 0 and a 0. So that will, or a 1 and a 1, will give him the overall win. He's the only person that can seal it this time. So that's what he's going to be aiming for. If he can bring that one home. Just before this second leg of the A-Mains, we've got the driver announcements going on. Any comments on the socials for us at all?
Yes. People talking to each other, which is very nice. Luca Robinoli said, "Hi everyone." Hey, Rabbit's talking to Luca. Rob saying Young got his head in there. Yeah, if you're watching over, I'm just looking at the RC Racing YouTube at the moment. People are also watching along on Red RC and on EFRA's Facebook and YouTube as well. So you can watch us in many places.
Absolutely. Welcome to to anybody watching us from any channel.
Let me see Martin. Just 2 more drivers to be announced. There's Adam Issei taking his place.
Yep.
Top qualifier in the A-main stock class. Racing the X-ray chassis. Sponsored by X-ray.
This is very hotly contested, isn't it? I remember the final round of qualifying was quite exciting.
It was, yes. Yeah, it was very close. I mean, it came down to 3 drivers who... There were various different permutations. So you had Alex Deshay, who had the 2 wins in his pocket. You had Adam Issei, who had 1 win and a faster time. And you had Ollie Bultink, who also had a round win. And any one of them could have taken it. And they all needed very slightly different things. So we were all fingers and thumbs and bits of paper and lots going on. But that's all of the drivers called up onto the roster. So remember, we're looking for Alex Deshay. If Alex Deshay wins this, he is the European champion in stock for 2022. Any other driver wins it, and it will move on to the 3rd leg, which is going to take place. Well, 3rd leg of finals starts at about 10 to 11. That's 10 to 11 CET, so like 10 to 10 UK time. Anybody joining us from there? And yeah, we'll see what happens. It's already starting to get pretty warm out on the track. 28.2 degrees up with us in the commentary booth at the moment. No doubt we'll be hitting the 30-degree mark very, very soon. 1 minute until the start of this final.
Rob Firth saying, morning guys, any drivers saved new tyres or all unused now? He's assuming.
There's new for the finalists. There'll be new tyres. So for the A mains for these guys.
30 seconds to start.
Alex Deshay set to lead away on pole position. Adam Issei with the light blue coloured car in 2nd place. Alex Deshay just getting a very slight touch backwards. Ollie Bultink, defending champion, in 3rd position.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Deshay gets away well from Issei. Bultink trying to get away from Martin Huddy. Martin Huddy put a fairly robust move on him yesterday, so Ollie Bultink does not want that occurring again. He's managed to navigate the first lap this time without any interference from behind. Deshay makes a mistake, and he gets, Bultink caught him, so Deshay drops right down the field. Deshay he seemed to lose drive coming off of the out onto the main straight. Has he got 0 forward drive? Just having a look, see what's going on. Adam Issei leading this one from Ollie Bultink. Martin Huddy running in 3rd position. Bultink trying to close down Issei. Adam Issei running the blue coloured car out there. Ollie Bultink, the white, orange and blue coloured car. Martin Huddy running in 3rd position with the all white coloured car. Max Mackler running in 4th position with the orange coloured car. We're seeing Ollie Bultink winding on the pressure onto Adam Issei. Bultink, the defending champion. He's dealt with this pressure before. It's a new one for Adam Issei to deal with. Issei leading from Bultink. Martin Huddy just hanging back a little bit from this. Lead battle going through as they go into the carousel. Slightly tighter line there from Bultink. Through the chicane, better drive out of there from Ollie. Ollie Bultink trying to find his way through and gets a run on Issei out onto the main straight. So great move from Ollie Bultink round the Sweeper onto the main straight. Ollie Boltink now leads. Ollie Boltink leading this final from Adam Isay. Now with Martin Huddy into third position. Ollie Boltink leading by about 0.3 of a second. Ollie Boltink down the main straight. Adam Isay trying to catch and pass him, return the favour. Let's see if Boltink can edge away. Lot of curb there for Ollie Boltink. Adam Isay pushing hard. Quite often this is the way when you get a opportunity to follow somebody else. You feel like you're faster, and there's a small mistake there from Boltink, and Isay very, very courteous. He was alongside, but backed out of that move. They were about to touch door handles. Adam Isay aware that the world is watching him. He wants to win, but he wants to win cleanly. Ollie Boltink, 3 minutes gone. Martin Huddy running in third position. Max Mackler running fourth. Jan Rathajski running in fifth position. In fact, I've just seen Rathajski has passed Mackler. So Jan Rathajski now queued up. So we have got Ollie Boltink leading from Adam Isay, from Martin Huddy, from Jan Rathajski, from Max Mackler. Top 5 have made a break for it. Ollie Boltink still leading this one from Adam Isay. Oh, mistake there from Boltink. Lets Isay right back onto him. Boltink still leading as we come into the final minute. Through the carousel once more as they head out. Flick through the chicane. Off down the main straight. Isay seemed to get a better run. Boltink looking like he's going a bit defensive now. Boltink just about hanging on into the carousel once more. Isay with a bit of a second wind. The pair of them heading with, 45 seconds to go. Isay right on Boltink now as they go down the main straight. Through the kink. Very defensive line from Ollie Boltink. Through the chicane. Heading round. They're closing on the car of David Urbar. See if the pair of them get there. I'm sure David, if the pair catch him. Onto what will be their final lap. Adam Isay trying to put a pass on Ollie Boltink. Has a look. They go round the sweep onto the main straight. Ollie's held it all the way down the straight. Couple more corners. What do we got coming in for the finishing times? Boltink holds on through and crosses the line. So Ollie Boltink takes that leg win from Adam Isay. What was it? Like quarter of a second in the end. Quarter of a second. The difference between the two, or the two winners. Alex Deshay dropping right down the field there at the end. I think Matt is going to try and grab a chat with Ollie Boltink. See if Matt can catch up with Ollie. Find out what his thoughts are. Just a bit of a debrief going on up there.
Bit of a debrief. Some congratulations is.
Let's just have a look, see if Matt can bring. There we go.
James, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Matt. Yes.
Cool. Well, Ollie, another fantastic battle there. You're out of breath.
I'm pretty much out of breath. I was very nervous as I still struggle with the car a bit. The rear end is very loose. And I have to be super careful. But okay, it's fast enough. But I'm tired after this run. Completely out of breath.
I mean, he was on you the whole time. And you managed a fantastic overtake as well.
Thank you. Yeah, he was full pressure the last 3 minutes when I passed him. Because the window I have, the line I have in my car is so small before the rear end gets loose or something. So it's really hard to do, but I managed it, so I'm pretty happy.
Stock is really giving us the racing we want, isn't it? I mean, Mod's super fast, but Stock is really giving us that close competition. It's really entertaining to watch.
Yeah, it's close. It's super close. Like I think the qualifying times were just like 2400s out of each other, so it's very close.
Nice work. We'll let you get off. Thanks a lot. Back to you, James.
Thank you, Matt. And yeah, there's Ollie Bultink just off out to Marshall. So no let up for the winners. Getting set now with this EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Touring Car European Championships for the second leg of the F1B final. Soren Sparbeer going to lead away. Soren being denied yesterday by not brilliant piece of marshalling right at the end of the final, having led it pretty much all the way through. But these cars definitely not as quick round a lap as the touring cars we've just seen. So a couple of legs of that, and a small mistake there from Sparbeer. Jean-Michel Varinard leading. It was Brian Ferreira who took the leg win yesterday. Brian Ferreira currently running in third position, and Brian Ferreira now running in second position after Sparbeer has an issue. So Varinard leading this one from Ferreira. Brian Ferreira, the only driver who can win or take the overall win here in this leg. So we've already seen the touring car moving into the final leg. So we've got a bit of a showdown going on between Alex Deshay and Ollie Bultink with a leg win each. Adam Isay with, I think that's going to be Adam Isay with a couple of second positions. Let's have a look. In fact, I mean, we've got Adam Isay currently showing as the overall leader because he's had 2 second places, and we've got Alex Deshay with a first and a 10th, and Ollie Bultink with a first and a 9th. So it's kind of all to play for in the third leg. If Bultink or Deshay win it, they're going to be crowned as champion. If Adam Isay wins it, then it gets a little bit more complicated. We'll have to work out some permutations in a little bit with regards to countbacks and everything. Back on track, Jean-Michel Varinard leading this one from Brian Ferreira. Soren Sparbeer in third position. Welcome to you if you are just joining us on this Sunday morning. We're RC Racing TV and we're bringing you live coverage of the EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Touring Car European Championships. Also in conjunction with Hobby Wing and with Monaco RC. Half distance into this race. Lead battle. Varinard fairly comfortably out in the lead. We're watching Brian Ferreira fending off the attentions of Soren Sparbeer. Soren Sparbeer leading for about 4 minutes 50 seconds yesterday in the first leg of this final. And then a Marshall popped another car down in pretty much directly in front of him, which cost him right at the end. So he's had the evening to stew on that, or the rest of the evening to stew on that one. And someone's just fired that off the circuit. Just going to see who that was. So that was Brian Ferreira, the winner from the first leg yesterday. Let's just have a look at that. See what happened. Oh, so way too much curb. Tried to carry a lot of speed into the carousel, did Brian Ferreira. And just, yeah, clipped way too much of the curb. So Sparbeer catching Varinard. Last lap time about half a second faster.
Go wide in this corner, go wide. Thank you. So
traffic being called out the way by Björn. Björn doing a fantastic job of keeping the drivers aware of where everybody else is on the circuit and what they need to do and the expectations. And contact between the two leaders. Sparbeer waits for Varinard. So Varinard's got, and who's that? That's Varinard on the grass. So Sparbeer now leads. Sparbeer leading from, I think that's going to be Thomas Sova, right behind him. Sparbeer leading. Kevin Sparbeer leading that, Soren Sparbeer leading that one. Soren Sparbeer leading from Marek Sova. Sova's had an issue as well. So we've now got a huge lead for Sparbeer. So it could be redemption after the final yesterday. A bit of, he'll feel it's deserved. He's had a little bit of luck in this final with some mistakes from others, but after the outcome of the final yesterday, he'll feel that is only correct, put him in a calmer frame of mind, and obviously from pole position, he will be in the best place possible to take that in the third leg. Soren Sparbeer has finished. So Soren Sparbeer taking the win from Marek Sova, Lukas Vopat. That is the B final for Formula. B final done. Now a little bit of a pause while we have the A finalist Formula called up for their driver presentation. So, slight delay. So just seeing details of some of the MR33 carrying bags and the tool range there, ideal for rebuilding your car after a high-speed accident. Just having the driver announcements taking place for the A main for Formula. Jan Rathajski taking the first leg win yesterday. So Jan, the defending champion, and if he wins this leg, he will retain his title. So from the last time we were here in 2019, so sort of pre-pandemic. This is the RC Racing TV coverage of the EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Touring Car European Championships, also in conjunction with Hobby Wing and with Monaco RC. I'd like to thank them for helping us to bring you this coverage. Just a very slight lull in the action whilst the drivers are being announced, and the opportunity to plug their sponsors in front of the assembled field. Part of the ceremony of a European Championships.
We don't have any four, but I can say fourth fastest qualifier entering from Poland. What he's racing, I don't know, but his name is Michael Wojcik. Fourth fastest qualifier coming from the Czech Republic. Racing an X-Ray X1 chassis. Sponsored by MIS Racing or CX Auta C2 and X-Ray.
Just checking the final results. So yeah, Jan Rathajski winning from David Ehrbar and Luke Lee yesterday. Jan, the only driver who can seal the overall title in this leg.
Racing an X-Ray chassis. He's sponsored by Hoodie, Hobbywing, Nostram, Multifools, RC Disco, and Racecraft RC. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Luke Lee.
Luke Lee just getting announced and up to the driver's stand. We've got David Ehrbar next.
Here in the Formula class, entering from Germany. The car is chassis that he's racing is an Ehrbar Engineering EF1.
David Ehrbar running a car of his own manufacture. Quite unique. Well, I suppose, apart from Martin Huddy and Uri. I guess, but that's kind of by default of not on the same scale as David Ehrbar. David Ehrbar being a bit of a sort of Fred in a shed operation, building his own car, not a. Well, I suppose technically this is a shed as well, but it's a
big shed.
It's a big shed.
Ladies and gentlemen, top qualifier and one man in his pocket, Mr. Jan All-In Rathajski. That means we got all drivers' presentation, and you should have 2 minutes to start. 2 minutes.
2 minutes until the start. These cars being placed down on the grid. So these cars powered by 21.5 turn motors. These rear wheel drive pan cars have a solid rear axle. Rear axle tends to have a differential fitted in it. I don't believe anybody's running a spool here this weekend. It's that's more of a carpet thing. It's technically possible to fit one, but I wouldn't think anybody is attempting it. So Terry Lee just picking up Luke's car down underneath the driver's rostrum and looking up at him as he walks back. So is that the sign of a an issue for Luke? Waiting to see if his car gets put back down again.
1 minute.
1 minute until the start. Okay, so Luke being placed down on the track and making his way round. Got to be on the line with 30 seconds to go. So there's about 50 seconds remaining, so fairly comfortable. Cruising up to his third position on the grid, just after the kink. Jan Rathajski getting set then. Could be 5 minutes from defending his European title.
30 seconds to start.
Number 6, please. Number 6. Bit back. Number 3. Thank you. Yeah, looks good. Aiming number 2 Formula class for the racing for the official European Championship 2022. We're going racing, guys.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Jan Ratajski leads into the first turn. Notice that Jan did not practice this morning, so that was very, very confident, I think, of him. But Jan Ratajski leading from David Urbar. David right with Jan and looks all the way around the outside. David Urbar really showing his intent as they head off down the main straight for the first time. Slightly slow start then from Jan Ratajski. David Urbar all over him. Luke Lee just hanging off of the back of them as well. It's going to be a long 5 minutes for Jan Ratajski if David Urbar's got that kind of pace. All the way around the curb on the inside. David Urbar, they're very, very similar, matched on straight line speed. But that's a lot of speed there into the carousel that David Urbar took. Jan Ratajski blocked his line. These cars are a little bit different. You can't really jam on the brakes like you can with a four-wheel drive car. Jan Ratajski a little bit slow on the apex of corners. The front three have made a bit of a break for it, but Jan Ratajski fighting a bit of a rearguard action. David Urbar looks like he's got some pretty awesome corner speed if he can make use of it. At the moment, he's almost too close to the back of Jan Ratajski. He's having to check up on every apex, so he cannot carry that exit speed through the corner and out and down it. Oh, little bit of contact there between Urbar and Ratajski. Is he giving it back? Yes, he has. Luke Lee's wanting to get involved in this as well. So David Urbar giving that back. Luke Lee could be about to collect the pieces from this one. Down the main straight, Jan Ratajski still leading this one from David Urbar. Very respectful driving between the three of them. Everybody giving each other plenty of space, plenty of wiggle room. David Urbar over the curb that time. Jan's got a very small gap. David now having to fend off Luke rather than attack Jan. Oh, and a mistake there from Jan Ratajski. So Jan Ratajski off the end of the main straight just took too much curb and pitched that into the scenery. David Urbar now leading this one from Luke Lee. And I think that will be Andreas Stiebler up into third position. It is Andreas Stiebler up into third. David Urbar then from Luke Lee. That's costly for Jan Ratajski. If it's going to mean that unless he can get himself back into the front, we're going to be going for a third leg final. So we'll keep you up to date on what is happening there. David Urbar, having taken second first time out, a win and a second would be a pretty nice position to be in going into the final leg. Jan Ratajski will have his head in his hands. David Urbar seems to have a little bit of an edge over Luke Lee, although Luke coming back at him. David a little bit wide off the end of the straight that time. Let's just have a look as they cross the line what the gap is. It's a 21.5 from Luke. It's a 21.9 from David. Closed right back in. Luke now within half a second of David Urbar as they head off back down the back straight one more time through the kink. Heading up towards the carousel. Into the carousel. Looks like Luke's got a slightly tighter line through the carousel as we get further into the run. Straighter run on the exit of the chicane from David Urbar. Still about half a second between them. David Urbar about a tenth faster last time out. Next to nothing in it. Luke looking closer this time round. We're into the final minute. Little bit of a push through the carousel there from Luke. As he is trying. Oh, he's carried a little bit too much speed through the exit of the chicane there. He's lost out very slightly. It's not an awful lot. He's having another run or trying to recharge himself for another go at David Urbar. 30 seconds left in the background. Andreas Stiebler and Jan Ratajski closing in a little bit on this battle. Jan Ratajski puts a great move actually on Andreas Stiebler. Jan Ratajski back up into third position. Could this all change if there would need to be some kind of accident in front, I think, with what have we got? We're just going to start the final lap. So they're on to their last lap. Jan Rathajski's got himself up into third position. These three have been the class of the field, but I think David Urbar is going to take this one just as they head down towards the carousel one more time. Luke Lee still running in second position. David Urbar takes the win then from Luke Lee with Jan Rathajski in third position into the third leg of the finals. We shall go. David Urbar taking that one then, right at the end. Matt's just trying to catch up with David. Pull him aside for an interview. See if he's managed to get him. Here we go.
Hey, James.
Hi, Dave. Matt.
David, wow, super exciting final. How was it for you?
Yeah, it was. I knew I was on new tires because the other guys were on used yesterday. So I knew it could be possible to win it. It was just, passing Jan is always difficult.
And always exciting and good to pass him, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
What's your approach for the third final? Now it's going to 3.
Yeah, now everybody's on used tires. I think mine are still one run newer, so.
Feeling confident then?
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, best of luck for the third final. Back to you, James.
Thank you, Matt. All set then for the next final. So this is going to be the first of the modified finals. Set for 12 cars out there on circuit. Antoine Brunet starts from pole position. Just getting a catch up with, and it was Antoine Brunet who won the first leg yesterday. So Antoine Brunet will take the B final overall with a win in this leg. Just waiting for everybody to pull their way out on circuit. Welcome to you if you are just joining us. We're RC Racing TV and we're bringing you live coverage of this EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Touring Car European Championships for 2022. Just about to see the B final for modified go out, 12 car final. So a few extra cars out there. 30 seconds until the start.
So we go racing.
Getting ready for the start. Silence descends over the track and the driver's rostrum as anticipation builds. Super, super fast, these cars down the back straight.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Brunet gets away okay at the start of that one from Yuri Weisin. Matthias Knopp, the junior driver, youngest driver here this weekend. Believe he is 12 years old from what we've been told. Matthias Knopp, the orange coloured car, and there's a mistake at the end of the main straight there from Yuri Weisin. Is that a mistake or has he had a failure? We have had a spate of issues down the end of the main straight. No, he's back up and running, so looks okay for Yuri Weisin. Big, big lead already for Antoine Brunet. That's everything that he needs to do. Matthias Knopp running in third position. Soren Sparbeer. He's done well because there's only 2 races between his. He would have raced in the Formula B final. Soren Sparbeer marshalled the A final and then straight back out to race again. So of course he could have made the A final. If that was me, that would be my excuse. He could have made the A final, but he would have needed to marshal it. There we go. That's perfectly placed. Antoine Brunet still leading this one. We are running with the second place man, the orange coloured car of, that is Matthias Knopp, the junior driver, youngest driver here this weekend. Soren Sparbeer, another junior driver. In fact, all three of the cars that you're seeing in shot are juniors, because Matthias Benettin is also junior driver as well. You can see that chain of three cars together. Head off down the main straight. We're watching the battle between Sparbeer and Benettin. For many of these drivers, particularly the juniors, it will be the first time really that they've ever raced each other. Sparbeer, the German driver, Yuri Vajsin, Czech driver, Matthias Benettin, Slovakian local. Looks like we've had Michele Manzo not starting and a lap 1 retirement from Harley Eldridge from this final. So down to 10 cars fairly early on. Sparbeer desperately trying to hang on. Some huge speed down the main straight from these cars. Over 70 miles an hour, typically somewhere in the region of like 115, 120k for these modified touring cars. They wind it up down the main straight again, through the kink, as soon as you straighten the wheels. So pretty much when you get halfway between Marshall Point 3, Marshall Point 2, you want to be getting on the brakes with the modified class for that next corner. We're watching this battle for third place going on. Richard Greenwood just getting out of the way there. And is that coming out onto the straight? Oh, there's a great move there. Great move up the inside from Yuri Vajsin on Soren Sparbeer. We've just seen. So fantastic move from Vajsin on Sparbeer. Let's see if he can pull away and catch Matthias Knopp now. So this is the white front, sort of red centered rear car. Number 2 car that we want to be running with. Here we go. Just underneath us as he closes in on the orange car of second place man Matthias Knopp. 1.5 minutes left. Antoine Brunet is kind of gone out in the front. He's about 7 seconds in the lead. So apologies to anyone wanting to know what's going on with Antoine Brunet, but this is the battle for second place that we're watching. Brunet is so far in front already. And here we go. Oh, there we go. Change for second place. So Yuri Vajsin puts a great move on Matthias Knopp. Similar position, so that's his favoured end of the track. Great drive from Yuri Vajsin. A little bit of a recovery from some issues earlier. Started out in second place on the grid. Made a bit of a mistake and dropped back, but he's fought his way back through, both for their finishing times. So Yuri Vajsin takes a pretty hard-fought second place. He had to work hard for that. Antoine Brunet, though, has won the second leg, couple lap with the first leg win, and he has taken the overall win for this B final. So good drive there, and he'll be a bit disappointed looking at that best lap. What was he? 3/10 quicker than anybody else? He'll be sort of questioning if he's got that pace, why didn't he manage to put it in the A final? Next up, the A final.
It's the big one.
It's the big one, the modified A final. After this, there is a bit of a break. There's about a 20-minute gap, but you're hoping to catch up with a few drivers as well, aren't you?
Yeah, we're going to see. Are we going to be presenting a trophy to a new champion, or is it going to go to 3 finals? We don't know, but either way, it would be nice to hear from a selection of drivers from the modified A final. We haven't had much chance to talk to people this weekend, which is a shame, but it's no one's fault. It's due to the schedule. There's been literally no breaks in the action, so we've not really had a chance to chat to people and find out what's going on. So, as requested by many people, we are going to have a little chat with a few people and just see how things are going as we go into the the third leg of finals. But we haven't been short on action, have we?
No,
all the classes,
not.
All of the classes have been really exciting to watch.
They have, and all the way right to the end of the final as well. I mean, you can't look away, even when it looks like someone's got something fairly comfortable. We're constantly sort of keeping, I mean, obviously we're bringing you what you can see on camera, but we've constantly got like one eye out as well on some of the other track action, particularly in the modified class. We've seen towards the end of the runs a few issues for some drivers. So having to wait and see really what happens and make sure everybody brings it home. So, but this is the coverage of the A final coming up. RC Racing TV coverage of the EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Touring Car European Championships from Trenčín in Slovakia. Also bringing you this coverage in conjunction with Hobbywing and with Monaco RC. We'd like to thank them for helping us to bring you this coverage. We are getting set for the second leg of the Modified A final. Just having the driver announcements, driver presentations coming up. Bruno Coelho winning the first leg of this yesterday from Alex Hagberg from Mark Reinhard. So it was 1-2-3. We had a retirement from Ronald Volker. So Ronald needing a good result. Let's see what happens.
He's sponsored by X-Ray, Hoodie, Hobbywing, SRT, Nosram, and X-Ray Shop from Slovakia. 7 fastest on the grid, Mr. Oliver Baranek. 6 fastest qualifier on the grid, entering from Germany, racing a Yokomo BD11 chassis. He's sponsored by Yokomo, Racing Performer, Power HD, Axon, Race Ferry, and TD Design. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Christopher Kraft. 5th fastest qualifier entering from Germany, racing a Yokomo BD11 chassis, sponsored by Yokomo, Jeans Ace, Power HD.
Thank you for watching wherever you are watching us. We're on RC Racing TV's YouTube and Facebook, EFRA's YouTube and Facebook, and we're on Red RC's YouTube channel. And lots of people commenting on there. So great. Hello to everybody watching on Red RC. It is absolutely wonderful to have you with us. So much conversations going on in there. Sorry, excuse my... So many conversations going on in there. Game On Bro is saying, what size battery? 3S?
2S.
2S battery. How much money do they win? This is the wrong race for that. This is for the glory, and they're racing for country.
They're racing for the country. They're racing for their sponsors and manufacturers. Some of these drivers are... They are factory-sponsored drivers. No doubt they will have some kind of win bonus, but there's no actual prize money from EFRA.
They get a big medal and a big trophy to try and get in their hand luggage.
Yeah, to try and fit on the plane awkwardly.
SimSpec Racer, hi from Australia. Matthew Jacks, morning. James.
Morning, Matt Lax.
Lax? Oh yeah, Lax.
Matt
sorry.
Lax, yes.
Yeah.
Good morning, Matt.
I've got sun cream in my eyes, so
Okay.
sorry.
That's
Yeah, just bragging rights. You're right, it is. It's for bragging rights. It's for, it's like the Olympics. You don't win money for that.
no, but it creates commercial opportunities for you.
Of course.
So that's the normal format.
But, the idea is that you get to be declared the best racer in Europe in this class. So,
Yes.
oh, hello, Hagberg.
Hagberg's been called forward. So that's second place man. Bruno Coelho next.
There's one more driver to be announced.
Bruno Coelho, defending champion. Winner of the first leg yesterday.
For my money, he is going to be hard to beat in this final. I just feel like he's got it in the bag.
He is, especially as he's got, Alex, a consummate professional and ambassador for X-Ray, is going to be, defending quite high. Obviously, Alex wants to win, but if he can't win, the next person that he wants to win is Bruno. So I think Alex's aim will be to race cleanly, race fairly. He always does, but he's going to be trying to let, if the opportunity presents itself, he will defend hard from Mark. Mark's got to find his way past Alex, and he'll be a hard man to pass. So anybody but Bruno winning this leg takes it into the third leg. If Bruno wins this leg, Bruno is the European champion for 2022 in this modified class. Just waiting for cars to be released and put down. Notice out there pitmen putting drivers' cars down on the racing line. We'll also be just briefly holding on to one rear tyre if you see them doing that and wonder what they're doing. They're actually warming up the differential because these are geared differentials in the rear of the car. There's a silicone oil in them of varying viscosity, and just by hanging onto that one wheel, getting the driver to apply a little bit of throttle, you're getting it spun up, dissipating the oil throughout the differential and trying to sort of stabilise the temperature of it so you have the same performance from it all the way through. If that differential is a little bit thick because the oil hasn't moved as you come off the line, the tail of the car tends to be a little bit tail happy. Bruno Coelho then set to go from pole position. Bruno not running his normal race paint, plain white body shell for Bruno.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Bruno Coelho leads away from Alex Hagberg, from Mark Reinhardt, from Ronald Volker. Everybody through cleanly on lap number 1 through the chicane. Volker already looking like he wants past Reinhardt. Reinhardt having a look at Hagberg already down the back straight. Holding on the brakes there. Coelho's gone, he's just fired out the front of the shot. We're watching Alex Hagberg, distinctive traditional colour scheme of Alex, the white fronted green rear body shell. Mark Reinhardt, the pink coloured car. The spearminty green coloured car of Ronald Volker. 3 different chassis manufacturers here. All very, very close on pace. There's Bruno Coelho disappearing out the front of shot, out onto the main straight. Bruno still leading this one. That is absolutely everything he needs to do. Bruno still leading this one. From Alex Hagberg, aware that we seem to have lost the timing on the side of the screen, and so we've still got Bruno running. I've lost my timing display as well. I'm trying to just get a refresh on that. We've now got, so we've lost Alex Hagberg from second position. Mark Reinhardt is up into second. Whilst that was going on, Alex Hagberg still showing a second, but he isn't. Bruno Coelho leading this one. I've lost timing given the fact that the referee hasn't called this. I'm assuming that they still have their timing running up there. It's just the timing feed that we're using, so running a little bit blind here. So apologies for that. Going to see Bruno Coelho leading this one from Mark Reinhardt. I can't even see how long that we have remaining. Trying to get a refresh on it again. Yeah, timing feed has gone for us. Apologies for that one. Can see that Mark Reinhardt is still running in second from Bruno Coelho. Bruno Coelho, the white car just disappearing out your shot. Mark Reinhardt, the pink car, running in second position. Ronald Volker, the minty green car, trying to give chase to Mark Reinhardt in third. Coelho leading this one. Reinhardt running second. That's the pink car we're focusing on. We've just seen the leader disappear out of shot in the front. There we go. There's Bruno just going past us. There's Reinhardt. Volker in third position. Just hearing there's a 3-minute call. Can't see any kind of gaps or anything like that, unfortunately.
Apologies for the lack of update of timing, but it seems the Hoodie Arena have stopped streaming to my RCM. Online streaming doesn't seem to be happening, at least as far as we can tell.
Yeah, we're just having to keep an eye on what is going on out on the circuit. We can see Bruno Coelho is leading. You can see Mark Reinhardt still running second. You can see Volker in third position. We haven't even got a countdown, so I can't tell you how long it's going. I think it's somewhere in the region of 2 minutes left remaining. We're running with second place man Mark Reinhardt at the moment. Bruno Coelho is out in front. Doesn't really look like Mark is catching him. Let's just have a quick look at Bruno's car as he is heading towards his potentially, what was that, 1 minute to drive, I think I just heard. So 1 minute left to go. We're running with Bruno Coelho now as he runs in towards defending his European title potentially. Mark running in second position, Ronald in third. So we're going to run with Bruno's car. We'll keep an eye on Mark and Bruno and Ronald as well, see what's going on with them. It was about this stage yesterday that Ronald had an issue, so he's going to be very, very conscious of that. 16th time, so I think they've got 2 laps left on this one. Still missing the timing. Bruno has successfully made it down the main straight one more time, and oh, who's that? Is that another? That's Volker. Volker's had a tyre let go on the main straight. Volker's had another tyre failure. That's 2 from 2 for Ronald Volker. He is going to be fuming at that one. So Bruno Coelho is going to cross the line. Let's have a look. Bruno Coelho has crossed the line to take the European Championship. Mark Reinhardt second again, and I believe Ronald Volker has just experienced a fairly catastrophic, yeah, we can see hanging down from as the car's recovered out on the track. We can see hanging down from the back of Ronald's car, telltale tyre insert, pieces of it hanging out. Michele Manzo bringing that car back, but I think Matt's trying to catch up with Bruno Coelho, the champion for 2022.
He's just holding the trophy aloft. He's on the driver's stand at the moment, so we'll get him as soon as he comes down the steps. Where's Alex as well? We might have a word with Alex as well.
Okay, yeah, be interesting to see what happened. I think when we lost the timing, or we're trying to get the timing back at the start, we were just
posing for photos up there. So yeah, we don't know what happened with the timing. It wasn't. If anybody at home was watching on my RCM, hopefully you can confirm it stopped for you as well. That's a shame, but let's see if we can get Bruno.
So Bruno taking the congratulations. Okay, we've got
Me,
Bruno.
James?
Yep, we've got you.
So Bruno, well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That was it's been a tough weekend, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a tough weekend. In the beginning of the weekend, we know about the issue of the tires, so we kind of work a lot on the setup for that. So it was not about lucky, and now I can speak because this is the last final. So before I could not, because it can happen something wrong, and then I look like ridiculous. But we changed a lot the setup for these conditions and for the tire not exploding. Things like putting less time the additive, removing the turbo and the boost on the motor to not have high speeds, removing steering lock to have like less overheat on the tires, and all these kind of things provide us not exploding the tires on the straight. So and now the result it's done. So I'm happy about that.
So you're saying the problems were there, but the way to win is in how you deal with those problems.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always, in all races there is a problem, and the winner is always the guy that is able to find out the problem the earliest. And in all races, like sometimes in some part of the track you lose the rear or something, or you have too much wind and you need to adapt. You need to go heavier body or this or that to make it the conditions to the conditions. On this time we know the tire was an issue and we work it for that. Basically to be fast and to not have the problem with the tire. And we had a problem on the practice still. After the practice we reduced more the power to avoid even more the problem. I started to drive much smoother to not overheat the tire, and I think with this last final was the proof of that. I was driving maximum smooth to not have any issue, and I think the results is very good.
And finally, you and Alex seem to work very well as a team. Do you think that Alex was helping out there from behind?
I think Alex actually had a bit of an issue with the car now, because he was kind of struggling a lot in the beginning. I find that he was losing a lot of gap to me in the beginning, but he finished fourth, I think, now. So I don't believe he won that place. So I think he has some issue on the car now.
Okay, well, congratulations. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks, Bruno. Right, James, we're going to try and see if we can get Alex. Is Alex? Oh, Alex. Alex is right here. Alex, tough final from you. Initially, it looked like you didn't have the pace, but you were helping Bruno. But then did you have some issues with the car?
Yeah, I had some handling issues with the car from lap 1. It was very loose in the rear, and I was basically struggling to keep the car on the track, so I need to try and source the problem. My tires were intact when I looked at them, so it has to be some mechanical issue with the car possibly, or something with the tire that's not visible. But I need to try and source the problem before A3.
Yeah, you're having some problems. So Bruno is talking about the way that he's modified the car to deal with the tire issues. Have you done similar?
Yeah, we've done so because we knew it might be a problem before the race. So we were preparing for this with different electronic settings, different car setups to be easier on the tires, basically. And until now, we had no blowouts, or he had one on Friday. So it can help depending on how you set up the car as well to prevent these things.
Thanks very much. Good luck for final 3. Thanks, Alex. Right, here we've got Mark. Because we've not had a chat with many drivers, because we haven't had any breaks, and people have been saying, why are you not talking to the drivers? Not had many breaks, so we thought we'd just take this moment just to grab a word with a few of the other drivers in the Modified Final. Mark, how's it going?
Yeah, let's say I'm happy when it's over here, that we can go home, but I tried all I can in A2. I think Hegberg struggled a lot in the beginning. I guess he had also like a tire issue, because he spun out in the straight, so I was quicker than him, but I didn't want to make like a trouble. But then he spun out, but then the gap to Bruno was already too big. But yeah, I think I could make the pace, but yeah, I was just too far away.
Yeah. Bruno was talking there about the tire issues and how he's modified the car to deal with them.
Not the wind this time, no?
Okay, so you had some, well, we thought some wind issues. What happened during qualifying?
Yeah, I just heard I got messages because people asked me like if I hit the wind or whatever. Only thing I can say, like Bruno didn't tell the truth, because I don't know how we can judge about it, because he was driving, so he cannot say that the wind affected my flying off the track. You should have said, yeah, he don't know what happened. I mean, I know he has to protect his brand, his sponsor, but everybody knows there are big tire problems going on. So yeah, my car just went off the track. It just went from left to right onto the straight and just flew off. And yeah, I mean, I think everybody saw, like, even the LiPo came out of the case. The car was completely fucked up. And yeah, I just don't like these kind of lies, and if you don't tell the truth of what's really happening. And yeah, I think I lost at least P2 in qualifying by like this issue. Otherwise, I could have been closer to Bruno. But the whole race is kind of a joke, because even now you see Ronald, he broke his tire in A1. Now he broke again in A2. His just car flying off the track is completely destroyed. So I have no idea why we use these tires here. They knew the problem already like some weeks before at the XRS. Tires blowing up, and we still go the risk. They change the schedule yesterday to drive in the cold just to avoid the problems. Now we drive early in the morning just to get colder track conditions. The same shit happening. So to me, this is just, it's a lottery, expensive lottery. Not only paying the tires, also just the cars we destroy. Yeah, I'm really upset about this race, to be honest.
I can tell, and you're going to keep racing, I guess. Final 3 modifications to the car to deal with the issues you're having.
I mean, it's just like hoping that nothing gonna happen, that the car stays on the track. It can happen. You can see it can happen in lap 5. It can happen in lap, whatever, last lap, like Ronald, or the second last lap. So I will for sure take Hegberg. I have a 2 and a 3. He has a 2, and I don't know where he finished now, but I'm going for second at least to be the fastest loser. Let's say like this.
Yeah. Well, we're all rooting for you, and you know, we hope you get a great result. Thanks a lot, Mark. Cheers. We have another driver queuing up. People are asking to hear from the drivers, so Ronald's here. Ronald, we haven't spoken to you for, it seems like, ages. Pandemic, various reasons, we haven't seen you at a race. How have you been?
Obviously, I wasn't fast enough to make a TQ run. I had lost it by 0.04. Yeah, technically, I was good until I come here to this event.
Right, okay, so what issues are you having?
I have a lot of issues here, but the main issue for me is the tire. I mean, it's hard not to say. It's hard to stay calm. I mean, I had a tire blow in control practice, and my car didn't get destroyed. But everybody was aware of it before the event. Everybody is aware of it now. And for A2, I know it was going to be hotter, so I reduced my power. I make it smoother. I lifted the first minute on the straight. and make everything smoother because I needed 2 good runs. I'm not here to blame somebody, but there are no other chance that I have to. I mean, I'm here to make a top 3 to win, and I was on the podium since 2007 at the Euros, at every Euro. So this has ended because of a big, massive tire failure, which caused by the company who host this European Championship. And what is also upsetting me is that they stepped off other events. So I'm in the middle of it, and I kind of compete with them. But I'm very motivated here to challenge them. Everything is against us. We didn't have much practice, and they were well prepared. They know everything here. But it doesn't matter. I came here highly motivated, trying to get my maximum result. And now I have a massive destroyed car. I have tire failures. I try to finish the run. I make everything possible, smooth. And now I'm absolutely pissed off.
I understand, and it's also hot, and we're tired because the race has been so compacted. It's just been non-stop. We haven't had much time to think. I understand, and I think it's really important that your concerns are heard. So thank you, Ronald. Going into final 3?
Definitely not. I will not use a 3 again. I mean, I'm out for any good result. My car is destroyed, so I need to get my spare car ready. And what is the chance that it explodes again? Maybe next final is somebody else. It's getting any hotter. So. Let's see. I mean, it's 10 minutes after the run. I'm still quite emotional, and normally things calm down. But I think, from my point of view, I was still quite calm.
You were. Thank you very much, Ronald. Thank you. I think it's important to point out these are the racers' opinions. It's great to hear from them. This is a very emotional time coming off the track. It's super hot here, and everybody wants to win. That's all they want to do. I'm sure we'll talk to the organiser as well and have a response from them, because that would only be right. But for now, that was a final 3. No, that was a final 2, and it's still all to play for in all the other classes and to fill up the podiums in the modified as well, James.
Yep, absolutely. So thank you for that, Matt. Let's just go back to one of our other shots out on track. So so some sort of quite forthright views there from a couple of the drivers and sort of contrasting emotions. And as Matt said, that's when the adrenaline's really up. But I think everything is very much. You can see that's raw emotion there from the drivers, and I think you're getting sort of honest opinions there. As to what is going on. I think we are still struggling with some timing issues. Yeah, we still don't look like we've got the timing.
Okay. So
I don't know then if they're going to be... I mean, there's scheduled to be a break, I think 10:50, so what, 5 minutes time or so?
Okay.
Before the first final, but I don't know... Oh, sorry, the next final was due up, but...
We'll take a little break then.
We'll take a short break.
See if we can solve that timing issue for you.
Yep.
And we'll come back with the rest of the finals action for today. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.
Okay, guys, welcome back. So Matt is just off sorting the timing for us. With everything running, so just need to get the overlay turned off. We're sort of back up on volume. We're still down on timing by the looks of it, so can't really bring you too much information. We can see Max Mackler is leading this one. Stefan Schultz sitting it out. But yeah, still struggling on timing, unfortunately. I'll try and keep you up to speed with what's going on. So Max Mackler leading with the 2 car. Just trying to get a indication of what drivers are out there for the other. Max Mackler already with 2 second places. If he can get the win in this leg, that will secure him 2nd place on the podium for this Euro Cup. Together with Stefan Schultz, he's kind of looked the class of the field, certainly over a 5-minute run. Still struggling a little bit with timing at the moment, so apologies for that one. Seeing the battle for 2nd place on the screen at the moment. We're still running a little bit blind, so apologies for that one. Max Mackler still leading this one from the number 4 car out there of Soren Sparbeer. Soren Sparbeer been exceptionally busy then. Soren Sparbeer running in the front wheel drive class. He is running in the Formula class and he's running in the modified class. So he has got, well, Soren Sparbeer running in 3 heats. That means he's marshalling for 3 and 9 heats in total. So pretty much 0 time in between runs for Soren Sparbeer. Massive respect to be up there and fighting towards the front of the field. Still trying and working hard to re-establish timing. Mackler still leading this one from Sparbeer. Misha Kruse running in 3rd position. Actually getting relatively close between Kruse and Sparbeer as they head down the main straight. Sparbeer leading this one from Kruse, or running in the lead of the 2 cars from Kruse. Kruse puts a move on. Oh, nearly from Misha Kruse on Soren Sparbeer. So close. Doesn't quite make it, though. Soren still hanging on. Mackler leading and pulling away. This will get him on 3 points come the end of this one. It's about the best it is the best that he can hope for, with Stefan Schultz having won the first 2 legs. 3-legged finals, if you can't win the after 2, best thing you can do is take the 3rd leg. Misha Kruse, comes together with very slightly with Soren Sparbeer, backs out of it. That's got there's a gaggle of cars now running down the back straight. Soren Sparbeer, though, looks like he's going to take second. Max Mackler has crossed the line for the win. Soren Sparbeer takes second place from Misha Cruz right at the end there. Very, very close at the end. You can see Misha Cruz having a bit of a laugh to himself. Soren pointing up at the screen as well. You've got to remember as well that these drivers aren't familiar with each other. It's not like in a national championship round. Certainly, towards this end of the field, maybe when you get right up the very top, all of these drivers have experience racing with one another. But the respect that you're seeing out there is pretty immense from all the drivers. You can see Ronald frantically tapping away on his phone at his marshal point. Getting set for the D final of stock. Apologies, we're still struggling with timing at the moment, so Matt is off on the case trying to bring you that. Without timing, we are flying blind slightly in terms of knowing who's where, and at this end of the field, knowing who is driving what. Julian Yost will be leading away from pole position.
Line up the car, please.
Already temperature picking up here now in Trenchian. 35.9 degrees, 35% humidity.
D-lane number 3 coming up, guys. Good afternoon, fun, go racing.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Julian Yost going to lead away.
And we're off and away. Take it easy, the first lap here, guys, is coming around the carousel.
So Julian Yost has got away in the front.
Back lane on the car.
You see Mark Reinhard wandering underneath us, also on his phone. So as well as Ronald Volker heading into pits. So wonder what whether there's anything brewing there as we wait for these third leg finals to go. Julian Yost got away with a fairly nice lead at the start of this one. Apologies, we're still struggling to bring you timing, so can't tell you an awful lot other than Julian Yost has got away in front. And I think we've got the 3 car of, let's have a look. Skorich running in second position. In fact, is that Skorich or Madger? Difficult to tell. Skorich. Skorich running in second position, I believe.
1 minute 45 seconds left.
It's amazing how much we come to rely on having having timing in front of us. I can see Julian Yost is leading. I can see Franny van Skorich running in second position. Got a bit of a body tuck for someone down the straight. Julian Yost leading by 2 seconds over Ivan. We can hear from Bjorn, the referee. It's the only information. We're just sort of second-hand information that we're hearing that we have to work with. Three minutes to drive, I think we just heard.
Going down the main straight.
Still struggling to re-establish timing details. Julian Yost is leading this final still. Franny van Skorich running in second position. About half the length of the straight between them. Julian looking relatively comfortable, but then he did last time out. If we recall, made a bit of a mistake. One minute remaining, last track action for many of these drivers here this weekend. Apologies if you are just joining us. This is the RC Racing TV coverage of the EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 track European Championships, also in conjunction with Hobbywing and Monaco RC. We're just struggling a little bit at the moment with not having any timing details from the feed here. It seems to have disappeared. The only person that's got the feed running is Bjorn. Just watching the leader head down the main straight. It's Julian Yost. So through the carousel and crosses the line. I believe that is time expired. That is time expired. Sorry, we're back. We're just still experiencing some issues that we're frantically working on, trying to resolve. Watching a decent battle going on at the front of the field. Top three. Flowing through out onto the main straight. So good battle going on into the carousel for the lead. Just trying to identify which cars we've got out there. Apologies, we have lost the timing, so still struggling a little.
Coming over the time loop, 3 different lines to take speed, 2 minutes down, 50 off. Obviously next to weight because the long weight getting get massive pressure from 2 guys behind him. The youngster in his narrow car.
Okay, sound check. Can you hear me? Yep, okay. Spot on. Right. Okay, had a bit of a relocation out there. Marcus von Elling leading away from Pavel Staszowski. Bit of a action towards the tail end of the field. Marcus von Elling leading though from Pavel Staszowski. Luis Moreno in third position. Number one car leading from 2 from 3. As they head out down the main straight once more. A little bit wide for von Elling.
Car number 2 closing the gap immediately. Yes, 16A from the front man, 16-2.
Staszowski fighting off the attentions of Moreno as they head down the back straight one more time. Round the sweep, Marcus von Elling. Pavel Staszowski running in second position. Luis Moreno running in third. These three have already made a bit of a break for it. Staszowski having to check up there to avoid running in the back of von Elling as they go down the main straight round the sweep. Heading through. Luis Moreno looking like he wants past Staszowski. Down the main straight once more. Ebbing and flowing between the three of them. Von Elling leading from Pavel Staszowski. Luis Moreno running in third. Enrico Jung running in fourth position currently. This the B final in the stock class.
Down the main straight, 2 minutes on, 3 minutes to go. Now Marcus is coming
3 minutes remaining of this final. Marcus von Elling still leading from Pavel Staszowski. Marcus von Elling, the white and green coloured car. Pavel Staszowski, the fluoro yellow coloured car. Lead battle still going on as they thread through under the driver's rostrum. Enrico Jung and Enrico Jung up into third position and charging quite hard. Enrico Jung, the flat yellow coloured car. Enrico Jung trying to catch and pass Pavel Staszowski. What have we got? 2 minutes left of this final remaining. Marcus von Elling looking like he is slowing Pavel Staszowski, trying to find his way past. Temperature building.
1 minute 45 seconds, 1:45, still a long race. To make no mistakes in this group. That is very hard racing, these stock class.
Enrico Jung now on the back of Pavel Staszowski. Marcus von Elling still leading. Pavel now having to fight off the attentions of Enrico. As they head up towards the carousel. That was a slow exit though from Marcus. Three of them back together again. This is the lead battle. Enrico Jung looking like he's the quickest of these three cars. Enrico Jung trying to find his way past. Enrico Jung's got a run, has he? Yep, Enrico Jung finds his way past Pavel. Enrico up to second position, trying to chase down Marcus von Elling. Enrico Jung with 50 seconds left, trying to hunt down Marcus von Elling.
45 seconds on the clock. Can Marcus hold on to the pressure? He did that 4 minutes long. Now Enrico is in a back.
Enrico Jung still trying to find his way past. I think they'll have this lap and one more.
19.6 last lap from Marcus. 19.4 for Enrico.
19.6 last lap from Marcus. 19.4 from Enrico. Onto their final lap now. Just looking to see if Enrico can find his way past as they head down the back straight one more time through the kink. Heading up, there we go. Is that a move? There we go. Enrico Jung takes it on the final lap. Goes through the carousel. So brilliant move there from Enrico Jung just on the last lap to take that. And what was his last lap? 19.6 versus a 20.2 for Marcus von Elling. So fantastic move on the final lap there from Enrico Jung to take that position from Marcus von Elling. Great to see racing like that. Super clean. Getting set for the A final now. A final getting ready to go. Couple of minutes until the start of this A final then. Alex Deshay having taken one leg, Ollie Boltink having taken another. Deshay gets the jump at the start. Leads it away from Adam Isay from Ollie Boltink. Deshay leading from Isay from Boltink. Boltink needs to get past Isay so that he can start trying to chase down Deshay. Ollie Boltink very, very fast. Oh, and there's contact between Boltink and Isay. So Ollie Boltink catches the back of Adam Isay, drops himself to the tail of the field. Alex Deshay will be, you don't wish it on any of your competitors, but certainly Alex Deshay will not be upset to see that. And is that a retirement? No, that's a retirement for the 5 car of Jan Ratajski. Couldn't quite see, we're at a slightly different angle. We've got Alex Deshay leading this one from, I think that's Martin Huddy. That is Martin Huddy running second. Max Mackler running in third position. Alex Deshay then in a really good position Martin Huddy, I'm just trying to work this out where they finished in the first leg. Is Martin Huddy going to play the team game and defend Alex Deshay? However, if Martin Huddy wins this, Alex Deshay second. I think that's going to be enough. That should be enough. So Martin Huddy certainly won't try anything risky. Adam Isay is down towards the tail end of the field as well. He's currently running 8th. So after that early contact between Adam Isay and Ollie Bultink, those two towards the tail end of the field, it's looking pretty good for Alex Deshay. What have we got? We're just coming up to 3 minutes remaining. Alex Deshay, the all-yellow coloured car, leads Martin Huddy, the all-white coloured car. Leads Max Mackler, the all-orange coloured car. Leading Mark Valent, the all-pink coloured car. They'll be putting body shell painters out of business, but Alex Deshay doing everything he needs to do. At the moment, Martin Huddy certainly not going to try any risky manoeuvres. He knows that his driver, Alex Deshay, will win the European title for 2022 in the stock class, provided he can keep his position currently. Max Mackler still running in 3rd position. Max, the champion back in 2018 at the Wiener Neudorf track in Austria. Looking like Alex Deshay, though, is in a really good position. Martin Huddy running at a respectful distance behind him. 1 minute 40 left. So it's just going to be a matter of Alex Deshay not really making a mistake. Ollie Bultink's up to 4th. Ollie Bultink's got back up to 4th. If he catches Max, I'm pretty sure Max won't be fighting particularly hard.
According to the points, it would be a good one to if you can get 3rd in this one. Mixler still hold on to it. Deshay up front. Same distance between those two guys. Half a second between 1 and 2.
Just having a look. Martin Huddy probably not wanting to catch with 1 minute to go. He's just content to sit there just off the back of Alex Deshay. Ollie Bultink now finding some stunning pace. He's going mid-18 on the lap, catching up the back of Max. Let's keep an eye and see what happens when he does catch him. Max dives out of the way of Bultink. Bultink up into 3rd position. I think that's going to give Bultink 2nd overall. So Max 0 defence against Ollie Bultink. But what have we got left? We've got into the final 30 seconds. Alex Deshay leading this one from Martin Huddy, from Ollie Bultink. Bultink gifted 3rd by Max at the end there, but it's not going to be enough for the win because Deshay's going to take that with 10 seconds left. So they're just coming onto their final lap. Alex Deshay then crossing the line onto his last lap. Martin Huddy holding off. Bultink charging hard. He's got himself back up to 3rd. He's going to get himself 2nd on the podium with that result. But Alex Deshay just about to come round and cross the line to seal the European Championship for 2022. So Alex Deshay is your European champion. Great drive there from Alex Deshay. Martin Huddy in 2nd place. Ollie Bultink in 3rd position. Just going to see. See very quickly as Alex Deshay comes down the stairs. If we can grab a quick chat with him.
Alex, well done. Very good.
Congratulations, Alex. Happy?
Yeah, very happy. It was difficult after the A2, and now I did it for the second time. Thank you very much for and for the support, my family, and all people. Thank you very much.
Well done. Just a quick chat with Alex Deshay there. So just with his trophy, still having some timing issues, so can't quite bring you the live stream of him there, but at least we managed to get a bit of a chat with him anyway, and have a little bit of a chat with him. So on to the Formula B final. After that action, Soren Sparbeer going to lead away at the front of this one.
1 minute. 1 minute to start.
Please line up the cars.
Cars lining up. Looks like everybody has checked in. So Soren Sparbeer will lead away from pole position.
Marshall, can you help him over? So let's have a clean run.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Soren Sparbeer leading away from Jean-Michel Varinard.
So now we're on the race in here. This one, Sparbeer takes advantage of his TQ. Now can he hold on to it for 5 minutes?
Sparbeer 5 minutes away from taking the overall.
Jean-Michel in a 2, Brian in a 3 spot.
Brian Ferreira also having had a leg win.
Now we see him finding himself in a 3 spot.
So Brian running in third position currently.
So Sparbeer on front. Jean-Michel in a 2, Brian in a 3 spot.
Front three going down the main straight. Brian Ferreira looking like he wants past. Ooh, that was, yep, good job of waiting from that car there as he got put down straight back in front of potentially some of the traffic. Soren Sparbeer, though, still leading this one from Varinard. Ferreira's dropped a little bit off. Soren Sparbeer. Oh, slightly on the grass there for Sparbeer. So Sparbeer's had a spin going around the sweeper onto the main straight. Drops down to third position. Jean-Michel Varinard leading this one now from Brian Ferreira. Jean-Michel Varinard leading this one from because this could give Brian Ferreira the overall with a leg win and a second position, or currently in second position. Marek Sova up into third position.
Hey, James.
So Varinard currently leading. Varinard, the white and yellow body shell. Varinard, the white and blue and pink body shell. Just gone over half race distance in
James.
this Formula 1B final.
James, can you hear me?
We've got the Formula 1A final coming up next, and then we have got the 2 modified finals. Obviously some slight controversy and some issues in the modified finals. And we've just had a. Who was that? That was the 7 car making a dive. That was Lucas Vopat on. I think that was Chris Grenz that he was trying to pass. I think it may have been.
3 minutes down, 2 to go, 2 minutes.
3 minutes down, 2 to go. Varinard.
Looks like the leading car coming down the main straight once again.
In fact, Brian Ferreira now in front of Varinard. So Brian Ferreira now leads. Brian Ferreira has already taken the first leg win last night. So if Brian Ferreira can win this, he will win the final overall. Brian Ferreira to the front. Yeah, that was a second slower that lap for Varinard.
Going down the main straight, started 4th on the grid. Was a bit late, but get help so they can come to the start grid. Now he's in the front of the race.
Brian Ferreira still leading this one with about 1 minute remaining. Brian Ferreira still leading with just a minute to go. Jean-Michel Varinard running in second position.
Mistake for Brian and he's gone. Now he got to be concentrated. 45 seconds on the clock. Can Jean-Michel find something to get against him? Small magic movement. 30 seconds left.
So understand we have now got some timing back. So just had to, apologies if we've been a little bit wayward. We've just been off basically trackside, looking at one of the timing screens. So haven't had full visibility. Just going back into our normal area, just so that we can bring you the action from the final 3 races of the day, if we're back up and running. Okay, right, apologies for that, we're back. So we had a brief sojourn trackside to try and update you with the results from there, but we've got visibility back now.
That was a fun half hour. Sorry about that, guys. We did lose the timing, but the online streaming is back, so we have the timing on the screen.
Yes.
And unfortunately, where you had to stand, the only place James could stand to see the timing screen, we had very bad connection to your microphone as well. So it was just a bit of a catalogue of disasters. But onwards and upwards.
Oh yes, absolutely. So there's for those of you familiar with the Huddy Arena, there is a timing screen sort of underneath the driver's rostrum. Unfortunately,
it's just in a Faraday cage.
Yes. So with a radio mic, it's not ideal, and we sort of tried to bring you. It's unfortunate we couldn't get some shots of Alex Deshay, but we managed to get a brief word with him anyway.
Yes.
Congratulations to him on his title. So what have we got here? We have got timing now on the screen. I'm just going to see if I can get the. It is so hot here today already so far this morning, and the iPad that we've been using to get like overall timings has just shut down because it's too hot. So I can see current positions and rough gaps. So just going to struggle a little bit with lap times, but no worry, we'll do our best. So welcome to this EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Touring Car European Championships, also in conjunction with Hobbywing and Monaco RC. Third leg of the A final set to go live. Jan Rathajski will win if he can take this. David Urbar would also win if he can manage to take the leg win. There are 2 leg winners so far. getting set to go.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Jan Ratajski leads away at the front of this one. Jan Ratajski leading from David Erbar, Luke Lee across the line in third position, Thomas Sovat fourth. We are running with Jan Ratajski, defending champion, David Erbar close in attendance behind. So Jan is the white, orange and black car. David the white, blue and black car. Luke Lee having a bit of a lonely, solitary run behind him in third position, but David looking like he's challenging Jan. David wanting past. David really challenging Jan as they go into the carousel. Slightly sideways there from David. This will be interesting. See, it's a slower lap this time round, but see if he can catch him or how quickly he can catch him. Jan will be breathing a bit of a sigh of relief from that one, but we're going to see what we can manage and if Jan can get anywhere near pulling away. Jan Ratajski, David Erbar dropping down the field. Luke Lee up into second position. So 21.5 from Ratajski, 21.5 from Luke. Just getting the overalls for this Formula class. Current overall positions then, David Erbar and Jan Ratajski with a win each. Jan Ratajski currently leading. So what have we got? We've got a, if this finishes, Jan Ratajski will take the title. I'm just wondering what would happen if Luke wins it. They would, what would happen? Luke might have a chance of winning. Okay, so if Luke can pass Jan and do a faster time than David has managed, Luke Lee could end up here with the European title. Luke Lee then challenging Jan Ratajski. So this isn't just a matter of Luke winning. This would need to be Luke winning with 2 minutes remaining and setting a faster time. If Jan wins this, Jan is the European champion. Jan with a 1 and a 3. Luke has got a 2 in his pocket. In fact, they would all be... So let's have a look at this. So Jan Erbar has got a 1 and a 2 already. We got David Erbar's got a 1 and a 2. Jan Ratajski has got a 1 and a 3 currently. Luke Lee has got 2 2s. No, he's not. He's got a 2 and a 3. So if Luke wins this, he would have a 1 and a 2. They'd all have a 1 and a 2 if Luke wins this. So Luke could win this and David Erbar still win. So this is where it gets really, really tight. We'll have to keep you up to speed. At the moment, it's academic. We're still watching this lead battle going on between Jan Ratajski and Luke Lee. So Luke aware that if he can get past Jan and take the win, he may win his maiden European title. Jan Ratajski knows if he holds on, he is the European champion. If Luke Lee manages to get past Jan, then David Erbar could end up with the European title, with all 3 drivers tied on points. So this is a big moment and a mistake there. So, that was really unfortunate. What happened there? That's really, really worked out badly for Luke Lee. So what happened there was Jan Ratajski actually made the small mistake through the carousel. Luke backed off to avoid running into the back of him, and popped the car over the curb and then just nosed into the curb. So, in fact, Michael Lee now in front of his brother, in front of Luke. Not sure if Michael will. Well, it's quite a big difference actually between them. But Jan Rathajski now. Time has expired, so Jan Rathajski's going to cross the line. Jan Rathajski just coming up towards the carousel. Jan Rathajski will cross the line. Jan Rathajski is European champion, so he retains his title. Andreas Stiebler second, Michael Lee finishing in third position. We're just trying to get a indication of what the overall positions are. Off the back of that, let's just try and get some kind of update as to where we're at. So we know Jan Rathajski is our champion. Just trying to get the second and third positions on the podium. Jan Rathajski then with 2 leg wins. David Urbar second. Luke Lee is the third podium position. Off the back of that. So congratulations to all of those drivers. Don't know if Matt is just trying to get hold of Jan Rathajski.
Hello.
Hello.
He's been presented his trophy for the second time. I think Bjorn presented it the first time. Now Chris is having a go. I might present it to him as well. But he's coming down the steps now. Congratulations. This is a big one for him.
Defending his title.
Jan, can we get you? Okay, we're just corralling Jan into position. Wow, this is a big one for you, Jan. I could see the emotions just hanging on to the balcony there. What's going on? How are you feeling?
I don't know. I feel very great. It's very unusual that I have emotions ever in my life. I think it's the very first time on the race. Crazy. This one was amazing hard. From struggle to struggle again, and then it worked well, and I struggle again, and it was so hard.
What have you been struggling with? Just the sheer competition out there?
Competition as well, for sure. David is always very fast, but first I have oversteer like hell, then it was perfect, then it started to push again, but I was like afraid to make it slippy again and spin out, and it was for sure the toughest race ever for me in F1.
Yeah, and so many people have been rooting for you on the stream. Know everyone's going to be happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Nice one. Back to you, James.
Thank you, Matt. So there we go. And emotional Jan Rathajski. Not normally something that you would associate with Jan, but good to see. Good to see. It means a lot. It means a lot to these guys. They put a lot of effort in, and yeah, good to see them being rewarded for it. So we are set here at the EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Touring Car European Championships for the penultimate race of the weekend. This the B final leg number 3 for modified. Antoine Brunet will be going for the overall. In fact, he hasn't checked in, so Brunet sitting this one out. Yuri Vysin is going to lead off. Yuri Vysin leads away from Matthias Knopp. So we've got 3 juniors crossing the line. So Vysin from Knopp from Spa-Beer. Final race of the weekend for all of these drivers. Some of them doing multiple classes, but this the final class, this super fast modified class. We're painfully aware that we've seen some issues for other drivers earlier on in this modified class. So this is going to be like really a matter of driving well within yourself, only as fast as you need to, trying to conserve your car right to the end. It's making 5 minutes. Forget making 5 minutes as fast as possible. You just need to get to 5 minutes. We did hear a bit of chat from Bruno earlier that we suspected as much from the tone of the car, and we were discussing it a little bit, but they turned down the level of boost. Normally with these modified cars, they've got quite a distinctive wail as they get to the end of the main straight, and that normally Bruno's car, it's very, very obvious that you're getting that noise, and we weren't getting that this time. But we've got Yuri Vysin still leading this one. Yuri Vysin still leading from this one from, let's have a look. Yuri Vysin still leading this one. It's all right, we're just having our more overheating issues up here in the control tower. So heat been really oppressive this weekend. Vysin still leading this one from Nop. Mattis Benetton running in third position from Sparbeer. One more race, so we've got like 2 and a bit minutes and then one more race to cover for this weekend. Yuri Vysin doing what he needs to at the moment from Matthias Knopp. Knopp, the orange coloured car, Vysin just out in front of him. The battle that we're watching is Knopp versus Benetton. Knopp, the youngest driver here, the orange coloured car, Benetton, the white car just behind him. So Mattis trying to catch and find his way past. Matthias Knopp looking like he's having to defend quite hard. Yuri Vysin running in second position currently. This battle for second raging, and a small mistake there from Knopp as they went round the sweeper. So Benetton up into second place. Mattis Benetton moves into second position. Yuri Vysin into the final minute. Benetton leading, or second place, holding second place from Knopp now. Vysin catching some traffic. In fact, I think that's Harley Eldridge that he's catching. Harley gets out of the way, and that's a small mistake there from Vysin. Car 12 jumping out of the way as well. There's not a huge distance in this now with 30 seconds to go. This is the leader we're running with, Yuri Vysin. There's have we had a failure? Oh, is that Matthias Knopp? As Matthias Knopp's had a tyre blowout on the main straight. Yuri Vysin now leading this one, so that's put Soren Sparbeer up into second position. Third position, sorry. Yuri Vysin crossing the line and leading. That's very unlucky, and pretty costly as well. I mean, having a tyre failure for one of the top sponsored drivers, that's one thing, but they get their equipment costs covered. But you really do feel for some of these drivers. Matthias Knopp, the junior driver, youngest driver here, experiencing a failure like that on the main straight right at the end of the weekend. Bit of a sour taste for him with about 30 seconds to go. and potentially quite costly there with the damage for him. So hopefully not too bad. Not the worst situation that it could be. So we are just getting set for the last final of the weekend. See Chrissy Crap there on the rostrum. Lucas Aban. Right, so we've managed to get for this EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Touring Car European Championship. So I think we're going to be missing some cars from this, by the looks of things. So welcome to the RC Racing TV coverage of the EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 Electric Touring Car European Championships. Thank you for watching with us all weekend. We are set for the last final of the weekend. Not seeing Bruno Coelho out there on circuit. Is he? Bruno Coelho not taking the start. Ronald Volker not taking the start. So Alex Hagberg is going to lead away from Mark Reinhard. Yannick Prumper will be a de facto third from fifth on the grid. Ronald sitting this one out in protest.
Let's go racing.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Hagberg leads away from Reinhard then. Those two already had a bit of a gap because Volker was sitting out. So A-main number 3. Reinhard wants to get past. He wants the second podium position that a win in this leg would give him. That would give him, and a small mistake there already from Hagberg. Mark Reinhard all over the back of Alex Hagberg as they head up out towards the main straight. Mark will be wanting to own the narrative of this race if he can get to the front. Alex Hagberg just defending. Alex not going to want to push too hard. We already heard from Bruno earlier that they have been very, very conscious of the potential for issues all weekend and have been managing that issue. Mark Reinhard, though, trying to catch and pass Alex Hagberg. Alex Hagberg, the white and green coloured car. Mark Reinhard, the pink coloured car. Yannick Prumper running in third position.
2.
The white coloured car just in the back of your shot, but we're watching Alex Hagberg leading at the minute with Mark Reinhard with the pink car trying to chase him down. A little bit of a better exit from the chicane from Mark that time. Closing all the time on the back of Alex as they go down the main straight. These two have pulled a little bit of a gap already. 17.7 last time round from Hagberg, 17.6 from Reinhard. Mark right there. Mark puts a pass on Alex, so Mark up into the lead now as he sets off down the main straight. So now Mark leading. Alex very, very courteous there. Didn't slam the door shut, so Alex made a very small mistake. Once Mark had got his nose into the opening, he was through. So Mark now needs to try and run and hide at the front of this. just having a look at the overalls and what this is what this is heading for in terms of the overall mark. Already having a second place, so a 2 and a 1 would give him the runner-up spot to Bruno Coelho, who has already sat out. Loic Yasmin has dropped out of the final already. Mark Reinhard, the pink-coloured car that we are watching, we are at half distance. So Mark now trying to manage the pace of this run. Alex Hagberg very slightly dropping away in towards the clutches of Yannick Prumper. Mark being sensible. Mark, hugely experienced, multiple world champion. He'll have heard what Bruno said as well about managing the pace. He knows that that is the sensible thing to do. He doesn't want to, he just wants to be leading when they get to the finish line. He doesn't need to pull away any more than that. He just needs to, he can afford to let Alex close in on him a little. Where are we? 1.5 minutes left. Very experienced world-class drivers at the head of this field. World-class drivers all throughout this A-final field here at this EFRA Tony Sport 1/10 track European Championships. Mark Reinhard still leading the pink-coloured car. Alex Hagberg, the white and green-coloured car, running in second position. Closing in on Mark now. Mark managing the pace. We're just coming up to 1 minute left. Hagberg pushing as hard as he dares as they go off down the main straight. Mark, you can see Alex taking a little bit of time out of him at the end of the main straight. Looks like Mark has already gone into lift and coast mode, trying to preserve the integrity of those tyres that we know have proven over the course of the weekend so far to be so fragile in this class. The temperature getting towards the hottest it's been all weekend that we've seen. So we've seen failures at temperatures lower than this, and this at this stage in the race we've got 40 seconds to go. So what they're going to be, probably this lap and 2 more. Survive that lap, they're going to be holding their breath every time they come out onto that main straight. Mark's navigated it once more. Mark still holding the lead as he crosses the line. Alex Hagberg has stopped closing that gap. 20 seconds left, so they're going to finish this lap. They will be one more after this one. Mark through again successfully, okay, down the main straight that time. They're just heading around. Alex Hagberg closing in again. They're starting their final lap. So this will secure Mark Reinhard second overall if he can hang on to it down the main straight. Everything holds together, everything crossed there on the rostrum. So Mark will have felt a sigh of relief as he backs off. He can breathe again as he comes around to cross the line. Mark Reinhard takes that leg win from Alex Hagberg and gets himself second overall from that. So great drive there from Mark, and yeah, fantastic drive. Secure him second overall. Very calm, measured drive, as you would expect from a driver of his phenomenal experience to do that. So pretty sure that Matt will be trying to catch up with them down there just towards the end of this. So,
just grabbing Mark now.
Okay.
So, here we are. Mark, that was, it's been a challenging weekend, but we got to see what we wanted to. We got some racing there. That was cool. That was, it was all right, wasn't it? 1 second, I know. But, I mean, it was good to watch.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. For me, it was a good final. It was a clean run. I think Alex was one time a little out of shape, but, I mean, he was super fair. He just didn't go back inside. I didn't expect him just to keep open, so I also backed up a bit, but he just... I don't know if he couldn't come in or if he just said, okay, he's going to let me by and hope that maybe something's going to happen or he can push me. Yeah, but it was a good run for sure. I mean, that's all I could do in the end, right?
Well, I mean, congratulations on making the podium, not just that, making second place. We've been watching rafts of MR33 products all weekend on the stream. It's been great to see. Any developments in the coming future that any exclusives we can get from you of new products coming?
Yeah, we're always trying to find some new stuff, but we're not like right on working something, but always we talk about some stuff, and sometimes we just come up with a good idea and just bring it out. But yeah, we're always doing more stuff, and we will always keep working on it.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Mark. We'll see you on the podium. Well, that's Mark. I was going to talk to Martin, but he's not around. Let me just see if I could see him. Can't see Martin, it would seem. So, James, what was the top three?
So Bruno Coelho has taken that one from Mark Reinhard, and in third position I believe it's going to be Alex Hagberg. Let me just refresh that and confirm it. Pretty sure it will be. Let's have a look. Ranking list for finals. Yeah, it's Alex Hagberg in third position with a 2 and a 2. So 2 second places gets Alex third overall. So Alex final podium finisher. So Bruno from Mark from Alex, the top three. Yannick Prumper fourth, Havranak fifth, Christopher Krapp sixth, Marco Kaufmann, Loic Jasmine, Lucas Aban, and Ronald Volker. 2 retirements and then choosing not to start that third final on that one. So yeah, that's the action for the day. Have you got anybody else down there, Matt, to have a chat with?
Not currently, and it's rather hot standing out here. It's been a fun event. I'd like to thank Tony Sport. You've been watching the EFRA Tony Sport 1/10th Electric Track European Championships 2022. We have some new champions. I don't think I'm going to get to speak to Martin, but I'm sure we'll talk to him after the race. I think he had a few things to say in response. Obviously, we heard some opinions from some racers, and it's only fair to hear both sides of the stories. But Martin obviously is part of the organising team, so it's understandable that he's busy at the moment. So I guess we'll leave it at that. It's been a fun event.
Yeah, absolutely, and thank you for joining us and interacting with us and watching us all weekend as well. It's always good to bring you coverage, bring in new people, see some existing names as well that are watching, and for those of you who can't be here, yeah, to show you what you're missing out on.
Up next
we have the podium ceremony, don't we?
We will go live for the podium ceremony. So that'll be fun. We'll do a quick live stream. I've got Martin here. We'll do a quick live stream at the podium ceremony and have a chat to some of the people. And beyond that, it's starting tomorrow, the 1/10th Electric Off-Road European Championships, coming to you live from Robin Hood Raceway. And that'll be brought to you by Schumacher's. That's going to be a fantastic weekend. Just a quick moment to catch up with Martin. Martin, how are you doing? I'm out of breath. It's been a great event, a bit challenging for some drivers. What are your views?
Well, to be honest, personally, I'm of course really disappointed about the issues with the tires in the modified. I mean, like 1 month ago, we had the warm up and we were using these tires, but the temperature was much colder, more than 10 to 15 degrees less, and basically we had no issues. We were using the tires for even 2-3 runs, and we had no issues at all. So we were confident that everything is okay and ready for the European Championship. But 2 weeks ago, when we had the XRS Grand Final and it was warmer, we started to have some issues with the exploding tires on used tires. So after the event, I was looking for the solution what we can do. So the first what came into my mind was to ask Nicola Marone from Hot Race, because I know in Gubbio with super hot track with 60 degree and we go super fast on the straight and we never had any issues. So I contacted him if he can supply the tires, but he didn't have enough quantity. And of course 2 weeks before the event, it's very difficult to find somewhere 700 sets for the event. And even who can guarantee me that we will have not the same issues? So I was immediately in the contact with EFRA and I informed them about this issue. And I suggested the best would be if, because we didn't have any issues with new tires. So I said maybe it's better because originally it was 3 sets of the tires for the 5 qualifiers and 3 for the final. And we said we will provide 2 extra sets for free. For the qualifiers, so everyone will be on the new tires. But unfortunately, the traction was higher, the temperature was even higher than it was 2 weeks ago, and we started to have the same problem also. So with the new tires, we inform about this on the immediately on the first day that there is a big risk with this, and we told all team managers that we suggest modified drivers to go only with new tires, and also to slow down the boost and turbos to make sure that they don't go super fast on the straight to eliminate the risk. I mean, this was all what we could do because we had no other solution. So it is like it is, no. And also, of course, there will be a lot of complaints, and I understand, I agree. I mean, we try to choose the best tire on the market. So we choose the luxury Japanese brand, very expensive. So we said we want only the best, and unfortunately, we still had the issues. So this very negatively influenced the event in the modified class. But it is like it is. I mean, the drivers who understood the issue, they slow down on the straight. They decrease the turbos and boosts, but we still had some problems. So it is like it is.
Yeah, you could see the passion and the distress from Mark and Ronald, I guess. Did you see their comments? Any response to that? I think they just feel, obviously they're super passionate about their race, and they want the best chance they can get to compete.
Of course, it's normal, and this is why I'm super frustrated, because to see people flying on the straight, destroying the cars is something, and it's because of the tire. I mean, I think later on Mark maybe decreased the speedo setting and was a little better. Maybe it helped. Maybe I don't know. It's difficult to say. I mean, I heard also some rumors that we had some selected tires because Bruno didn't have this problem with Alex, but I mean, Bruno was leaving the throttle on the straight just to not the risk and also decrease the turbo and boost. So, but there were not selected tires because we wanted to make sure that there will be no any comments or complaints about this. So we bring the full box of all tires, and the EFRA referees were picking up from the box randomly, and they were marking it. So they were not pre-marked tires. They were selecting it, and that we had nothing to do with that. It was the EFRA representative. Was nothing from us who was there. It was the EFRA who was picking up the tires and marking. And if the drivers see some issue with the tires, they could come to change. But the problem was it was inside gluing, so you cannot see the tire looks perfectly balanced, but on a high temperature in the high speed, just get break and explode.
Well, onwards and upwards, we still have an exciting season ahead of us. What are you looking forward to? We've got many more European Championships to come. What's next for X-Ray? What's next for you?
Well, for me personally, because I am on the on-road side, we are looking forward to World Championship in Gubbio in September. So we are really excited about this and working hard on this, because it is it's the most important race in the world, and especially after the COVID break, when we had no World Championship for maybe 4 years, I think. So it's finally coming back, and we are already looking forward to this. So we are excited about it.
Excellent. Thank you very much for everything this weekend, and we'll let you get on to the prize ceremony. Thanks, Martin. Back to you, James. I guess there's not much left to say.
No, not an awful lot. So some sort of very measured comments there from Martin Hoodie, and sort of discussing risk mitigation and what they could do. Sort of feels like they were a little bit stuck between a rock and a hard place in terms of what they could offer for drivers coming into the event and trying to do it. And by the sounds of it, the failures that they were seeing and experiencing were sort of the tyre belting. So what he was saying was with the temperatures and the RPM that the tyres were seeing, which is clearly much higher in the modified class, they were just the glue was breaking on the belt, and they were effectively then there's no belting on the tyre, nothing to stop it expanding, and off it goes. But think that is about it for our coverage. So thank you for joining us for this EFRA Tony Sport European Championships.